Welcome to the Brothers Banter podcast. My name is Brian,
My name's Donnie. What's up,
and
bud?
well, there I go again. You know what's up? We're having we're having issues, and this not even talking. Well, of course, if you've seen the actual, look at that. Of course,
Come
of
on now.
course. Is that better?
Come on now. Get it together over
Well, I'm blurry. What can I say? Look at me.
there. Are we,
Yes, we are live
is,
and we are on and we are going, and I can't figure why am I. There it is. Am I too far? There we go. All right, let's try it again. All right, so it keeps going.
dude,
Is it going
killing
blurry
me?
again? Is go?
Yeah. In
It's
and out,
it's
in and out, in
adjusting.
and out.
I think something is dialed in. We have issues, and I'm not talking about technical difficult issues. We want everybody into the room before we get started. So if you're in there, make sure that you say that you're here. Hello, hi, I'm here. Because we have
Comment,
some
like,
subscribe. We have
subscribe,
some
share.
important news we need to cover, and
So
we're not exactly
we've kept
sure
this
yet.
from everybody,
But we can't say
except,
yet for sure. We got
I know,
you got to let some people in first.
we are. I'm just saying we've kept it from everybody, except our wives. And, so
It's
it's,
actually disturbing. You hear me? It's disturbing.
very much so.
So we will let a couple more people get in. Look at my shirt. Huh?
You know why?
Yeah, because of the green
Yep,
for green screen.
yep.
It
So
says
let's
and in green.
get a few more in there. It's, I mean, I'm a little nervous about it, and
It's a little bit
disturbing. It's
like I am right now. Look at me again.
yep,
Dadgummit.
you know,
Some Dadgummit. Okay, maybe is somebody hacking in. There it goes again. What the heck? Oh. Let's try that.
of course, I have
Maybe I'm too
I have
far
a brand
away.
new tablet, and it just did something.
Here
And
we go. I don't know how long it's going to allow me to do this. It's going in and
it
out.
is, it is, yeah. I mean,
It's not like we're having enough issues as it is.
yep,
You know what I mean?
I did.
Know what I mean, bro?
It's been a very strange week, dude. What is going on?
With what?
That you're in and out, like blurry.
Oh,
Can't see it.
well, yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading Tammy's thing that she put on there. And I tried to slow it down, but I can't. So, I say we go ahead and get started because it's 8:04. Might as well get started and put this on. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and maybe
So
maybe you're right, Tammy. Maybe it is my shirt and it's trying to focus on my shirt. I don't know, and
I
that's
feel
why
like
I'm
it.
getting in,
Yeah.
or we're getting
So
hacked,
I
and
feel
then
like
next
it's
thing
doing
we know,
something with your shirt
it
because
probably is.
your shirt looks like it's shiny. And
It's trying to
I mean, can
focus.
you change? Can you change
If it keeps on, that looks like I may have to. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you probably have to. Or it's the same stuff that's going on that's been going on all week with us since
Which
Saturday.
is doesn't surprise anything right now because we have been dealing with quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have something we want to bring to y'all. We know we haven't told anybody, um, and the reason we haven't told anybody, there it goes again, is because nobody is going to believe us. Do you think I need to switch the
Right.
shirt real quick so we can get
Yes,
on with it? All right, give me
yes,
just a second.
definitely do
Don't say anything
that.
yet.
Okay. Get it together over there, buddy. Come on. So yeah, the only people that know anything about this is our wives, and we're they're just as nervous as we are. So nobody's going to believe us. But I don't know. They crazy. Come on, boy.
I'm coming. Hang on.
My, I didn't say change the jock strap too. Come on.
I didn't have anything to wear.
I
Okay.
mean, you know.
Like, nah, do I want that? Nah, do I want that? Okay.
And now
Let's
that
see
even
how
was
the.
blurry.
Well, hang on. It's got to get adjusted first. Okay. Let's try it.
Oh my gosh.
Is it better? Nope. Hang on.
What did you do differently over there? I mean,
I backed the camera
you're
up.
you're way too far back.
Well, I can bring it up close, but I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking it's the freaking issues we've been having all day
I mean, that is a good
or having all
possibility.
week.
So
Huh?
that's good. That's a good possibility. You know, having the
Maybe it's
things that
better if I come up like this. Okay, there
there
we
you
go.
go. Having the things that were done, um, and the things that we weren't told anything per se.
Dude, how
It's
far are you getting
just
into this? It sounds like you've got went on past it.
no. I haven't said anything.
Okay.
Saying we weren't told anything.
Yeah, so we know that everybody that is going to listen to this isn't going to believe what they're hearing. We already figured that out because some of the stuff, even to this day, is happening and we still can't describe it. And you hear about this kind of stuff all the time, but you're like, yeah, right. And
Hmm.
so we have something that has happened to us this past weekend, and we need to use your audience, our audience. We're going to let you know just in case something further happens with us. I don't mean to freak
Right.
anybody out, but we want to make sure that we let as many people as we can know about this. We want to be
And we're
upfront.
even yeah. I mean, so we had a long conversation, you and I, about this, and we were like, we shouldn't even say anything, because you don't know who, what, when, where, how. You know what I'm saying? You know, so obviously things are known that, I mean, you wouldn't think would be known, right?
Yeah, so let's now as we're talking, I'm starting to think a little something. So, all right, let's start back to when I know you've heard me say that Donnie's a conspiracy theorist, and
Yep.
we've said some things, and I think we had a few topics last week and the week before. So maybe that's why all this came about. But anyway, so we're going to get down to business. No more kind of hiding it from you. I know we're going to have some stuff, comments, and if you are in the room, make sure that you're letting us know that you're in the room. Of course, this is going to be recorded, so therefore, when we put it online, you will be able to make comments thereafter. But we have something to bring to you that has happened to us, and there's a good chance you're not going to believe it. Um, but
Most likely.
at least it's recorded. And then from here further, if anything does happen or anything that you've heard it here first, and you can refer back to this episode. So, Donnie and I both had something happen to us on Saturday
Yep.
morning, roughly. I mean, roughly, I can't say exactly because it's not like I was staring at my watch or my watch. Well, I do have a watch, but I didn't have my watch on then or my phone. Um, but I think it was roughly around 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. I was in a parking lot, and just for purposes of maybe the people involved listening. And I know you're saying just out with it, but me and Donnie have talked about it on trying to word it to where we don't say the wrong thing.
Right. And it seems
So,
like every time we say something what we consider might be wrong in a conversation, something else happens on our phone,
yes.
you know.
So, what, I'm going to
So,
go ahead and just blurt out. So, as of 10 o'clock Saturday, I was in a parking lot and a black van rolled up. I was in the process of getting out of my car to go into the store and was pulled into a van and was put, I guess, some kind of a dark cloth bag over my head, and was taken away. Um, I don't know exactly. I mean, it's kind of weird when you fall into something like that that it's weird. And I don't know if Downey felt the same thing. It's kind of weird that people it's like you lose actually time almost because you're panicking a little bit. You don't know what's going on, well, a lot. And so therefore time doesn't seem to be what I guess what could seem like a little bit of time can actually seem like hours or whatever. But
right.
um, so, and then the next thing I know, I was pulled into this room. This bag was lifted off my head. I had a light shining in my face. I could not see anything or anybody in the room. I was bound. Um, and as it was pulled, I couldn't see directly or anything because everything was kind of dark and faded into the shadows or whatever. And of course, it blinds you, so it kind of takes you off guard. So you kind of look off to the side. When I did look off to the side, um, Donnie happened to be there with a bag on his head as well, taken off. I don't know if it was at the same time or what. Nothing was really said to us. Um, we were both made to ingest something. Now, I don't know if this is, I didn't get sick from it. And I don't know, it did have like a metallic almost taste to it. Swallowing it and was made to swallow it kind of like a, a hold, throat hold, maybe. Um, and then the bag was back on. And then before I knew it, I was back at my car. So, um, Donnie, you can kind of elaborate on yours if you want. Make sure, like I
yeah.
said, make sure that because we are really concerned about how we're going to say things and the people that are listening. So we kind of want this recorded as it being a thing. But anyway, go ahead, Donnie.
So Wendy and I were on St. Thomas Island, and we were at a craft show. So we were just kind of walking around and everything. I was like, "Hey, I need to run the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back." So as I'm going to the bathroom, I had to cross over uh, the road, and a black a black van rolls up. You know, my head's always on a swivel. You know me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I feel like that I am always looking over my shoulder. You know, and I'm not.
I'm getting hot
I
thinking
mean,
about this.
so am I. I mean, I'm ticked off. I mean, to be quite honest with you, scared, ticked off. You know, because after we got taken back to our spots, of course, you know, when he's like, "Where you been? You went to the bathroom." I was like, "You're not even going to believe this," you know. And I was like afraid to even tell her. So she's like, "Well, I mean that we need to call the police." I was like, "No, we're not doing anything like that." So I was like, when I told her the whole story, she's like, "Well, I mean, what was it they made you swallow?" I'm like, "I have no idea what it was." And so we're finally back at the house and we're talking about it, and she's like, "I cannot believe that that this happened to you." I was like, "Well, I mean, because I was going for like probably 2 hours, and you know they cut my phone off and everything. So everything going to voicemail. She's getting worried, getting worried, getting worried. You know, she's like, I didn't know what happened to you. So
And
moving forward,
it doesn't stop there. That's the problem.
it
And that's
doesn't.
the
It doesn't.
issue that we're having now is because the moving forward, and it really picked up yesterday more so than anything, that um me and Donnie talk a lot on the phone. I mean, we're like
Yep.
brothers, so we talk a lot on the phone. And our conversations now, I don't know how to describe it. Um, our conversations are when we talk. Not until a couple days ago, this has never happened. And I know you would hear it if you heard it. It's like a sound wave disruption, and it's like a little burp, like a burp. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a sound wave disruption or something.
So
And
would you call it more like a vibrating sound, a bump?
I don't
I
know
mean,
how.
how? Because you keep
Donnie
telling me
can't.
that you hear that. I don't
Yeah,
hear it.
Donnie can't hear it, but I can hear it. And then he's even switched cords to his phone to make sure it's not that. And then when I get talked to other people, I've talked to customers, I've talked to Tammy, I've talked to my son, and I don't hear any of that whatsoever. But when Donnie gets on the phone, it's a totally different subject or a totally different thing. And I hear it. So we tried to um, incorporate certain, maybe, what would you call them, like tick words or something, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So just certain words,
There you go. Trigger words. That's what I was looking for.
trigger words that would do it. So the same. So I'll tell you this, that the same thing happened between me and Wendy. She's like, "What is that noise?" I'm like, "I don't know what noise you're talking about."
And
She's
she
like,
was experiencing it at the same time like I was, the same time frame and all.
"Yeah, this was yesterday."
Okay.
So she's like, What is that?" I'm like, "I have no idea because Brian hears the same thing, and I don't know what's going on." So she's like, "Well, it's annoying." I'm like, "Well, there might be an issue with Big Brother listening, you know." And so she's like, "You think it has something to do with Saturday?" I was like, it almost has to have something to do with Saturday, you know. Um, so you were telling me that you had a headache the entire day yesterday. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah,
For sure.
same. I had a massive headache. Um, so I don't know if it was something neurological they gave us. I don't know if it was something. Uh, I don't know.
So
I'm
my
I'm
thing
I'm at
is,
a
I mean,
legit loss.
should we even kind of let people know some of the trigger words? Now I'm starting to look over my shoulder now.
Yeah. Well, luckily I'm looking out a window, so I'm good.
I'm
And of course I've
my
had
window's
I.
right there. I
Let me
need
tell
to
you.
look out that.
Let me tell you. Had I had my pistol on me, like normally I keep my pistol on. Normally I do. But I mean, these guys just like came in like gangbusters, and I don't know how they. You know how you always say, "Man, that would never happen to me," you know. But I'm gonna tell you, these guys, they knew what they were doing with a big guy. You know what I'm saying? Like
And
they
not only
they
that, yeah,
knew
I
they
don't
knew
know,
exactly what
dude.
they were doing. So
And then like with when we think of different we think of different I guess like key trigger words or whatever, anytime that's being said, like this noise happens. And
so
it's
let's
like
let's go ahead and let's go ahead and tell them some of the trigger words that we came up with. You know
yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
what if it starts on here? That's gonna be a problem.
Well, yeah. Um,
Because what here's why I'm gonna tell you what I think, what I'm freaking out is gonna happen. What I think is gonna happen is like what do you call that? What did you call that mask face guy or whatever? What's his name? You remember? And he has a disguised voice, and it was the hackers back in the day and all that.
Oh, anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid is going to happen. Is going to pop up. No, and Chad put in the mountains. No, it's not in the mountains. This is for real. Like,
Or is he saying he's in the mountain?
no, I don't know.
Chad, are you in the mountains?
No, talking about you. You were back from the mountains.
Yeah, I was already. Yeah,
I
we were.
don't know if that's
We
what he's
got back.
asking, but yeah.
We we got
But
back Friday, and this was Saturday
Saturday
morning. We
morning.
just got up and yeah.
And my thing is like, and it is trigger words, and I know that you hear stuff like some of the trigger words, like, as soon as Donnie used the word Illuminati,
Oh, yep.
that it definitely went off. Then he
Like
mentioned
it. Yeah.
he mentioned something about Trump, and it went off again. Um, And then when we think like today, when I first started talking to Donnie first thing this morning, I was like, you know what, man, it's been 5 to 7 minutes. There's nothing happening, no nothing. And he mentions one thing. I'm talking about one thing out of the blue, nothing that we'd normally talk about. And the noise went off again. So we're not exactly sure what it is. And I know
And once
what
again,
first
I
people were
can't hear
thinking. I
this
know, and especially probably Chad, they're probably thinking that somebody, we're joking, we're screwing around, but
from a couple of hammerheads.
yeah, I mean, but I'm telling you for a fact, and I wish I had, because I don't think you can record with your phone and use it at the same time, right? Or can
Yeah,
you?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know.
So that's
But
what I probably need to be doing. Is what I need to
so
do.
each time you would say that, I'd be like, dude, come on, you're jacking with me, or he goes,
And
no,
to,
I swear,
and
I swear on the Bible, man. And as soon as you said you swear on the Bible,
well, not
that
only
told
that,
me,
but how many times have I joked around before and then I broke character?
oh yeah, definitely, definitely,
And this time, not once
so
have I broke character on it. So we're I don't know what to say. We're really concerned as far as how this is going to go down and how this is moving forward. I mean, well, now that Chad's listening and we don't show up one day, then I guess he's going to know.
yeah.
Because
I
can you
mean,
imagine if this was done in the middle of the week?
yeah, I mean,
And I know
it,
the first thing everybody says is, well, you should automatically, you know, talk to the cops, but they can't be with you attached to your side 24/7.
right about that.
Okay, Chad's wanting to fill it in. So, okay, evidently you weren't here at the beginning. So, Saturday, and I know what you're going to say, so don't, I mean, you can say BS or whatever. But Saturday morning, in the past, me and Donnie's talked about on and off, and Donnie knows I'm a diehard non-conspiracy person. But this week alone has changed my ideas and thinking. So anyway, I was going to a store Saturday morning, roughly about 10 o'clock. I don't know exactly what time. I didn't look at that. All that stuff was basically left in my car. A black van rolls up, puts a bag on my head. I go in the van. Next thing I do is I show up. There's a bright light. I can't see anything in the room except for it's dark. And when they pull because I'm actually rethinking how this went down. So as they pulled the bag off my head, it's too bright, and you know how it kind of darkens the rest of the room because you're trying to get oriented or not. Is that right?
Yeah,
Orient. You're trying to get your
oriented.
bearings. And I look over, and Donnie's in the chair next to me. And we're made to swallow some kind of a contraption. It's like I would say it's almost like a metallic. Had it like a metallic taste to it, so I don't know if it's some form of pill, some kind of a thing. And then basically, Hood goes back on. We're dropped back off. He was in Georgia. I was here in Jacksonville. Dropped back off, and then was it yesterday? Yesterday, we're having issues, and it's only with Donnie. It's not talking to anybody else. That I'm having like these. I don't know what. I wish I had a good word for it. Like it's like sound waves, like abrupting or whatever as we're talking. So we started doing I guess like trying to test like what do you call those keywords or whatever, Donnie?
Trigger
Trigger
words.
words. Okay. And every time we would do something almost like a conspiracy theorist type trigger word, this noise would go off. And I don't know if that's like recording. I don't know if I don't know what to tell you. And for instance, we were given some of the trigger words. It was like one of the first one you said was Illuminati, right?
Right.
So
right.
Illuminati was the first one. As soon as he got through saying it, it made that noise. And then you said something about Trump being president, and it went off again.
Yep. I said Trump's the real president.
Yes, and it went off again.
And you told me it went off again because I can't hear it.
Yep.
And
he's the only one. I can talk to other people, and I don't hear it at all. It's only when I speak to Donnie. So So basically, we're putting this on here to basically have a log of it. So people saying BS, but if we show up, or I should rather say if we don't show up, then you're going to know that you can go back to this video. So that's the breakdown of it. And I know Chad's probably just rolling
he's dying
over.
Laughing, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably, I'm sure. And he can. That's
like
okay.
These two mooks. He's like these two mooks.
Yeah. So we're kind of unsure on how to move forward and what to say, but so this is what we're doing. I forgot some of the other phrases that you said. There was a couple things that you were saying.
So I remember saying, I'm sure I said something derogatory about Biden, because I always do.
And it went off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just anything that had to do with government. I'm pretty sure I said.
Wait a minute. I just thought of something.
CIA. What's that?
Does our employer have access to our phones as far as tapping in?
I mean, Chad would know that. I don't think so.
I've never seen anything on there.
They would have to. They would have to
do some kind of agreement or something, right?
Well, they'd have to be an agreement, but they would actually have to take a hold of our phones and install something.
That's not necessarily. They can send us something. We'd have to download it though. But anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, it's nothing.
So that's where we're at. I don't know. I'm see if it'll die out or die, by tomorrow, and see if it shows back up again. My thing is, do we need to? I mean, do we go into hiding? What do we?
I'm not moving. I'm not moving forward with it whatsoever. I mean, Chad, what's your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts?
He probably, he's going to have some moronic thing he wants to say, probably. Or he's not going to believe us, of course. Like,
what did Tammy say?
Though. Tammy is really concerned.
Yeah,
there's no doubt. Because especially, if it was something, hey, we're talking about, he's confused. What? I just went through and explained everything. What do you mean he's confused? What is he talking about? About us getting picked up or about the phone tap? I'm assuming it's a phone tap of some sort. We're being watched or hacked or something.
So I said a lot of things on this podcast about the president and about Congress and about. Now, listen, I'm not saying that I'm more important than than some than like who was the Unabomber. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm way less important than that guy. We both are, but
And it
you
has to have
know,
something to do
with
with the podcast because we were both picked up.
my mom's totally confused. Well, I haven't talked to you about it, mom. So I guess you know,
We,
this is
but
I don't
what I'm saying is, it has to have something to do with the podcast, or else it would have only been you if that was the issue.
right. So you know, I didn't want to. Mom, I didn't want to bother you. I didn't want to make you nervous, scared, whatever. It's just I it it was just between me and Wendy and Brian and Tammy, and you know we
Please tell this man, yes, like physically kidnapped.
and we have no idea, you know, um, like legit, no idea, no faces, no names, no smells, no nothing. Hey, Stormy. Um, so
It makes you just want to sit and just like,
ponder.
yeah.
I mean that's
Because what's
so
going to happen now? I mean, if this one thing happened, then what?
yeah. And now, what if now that we're going public with this, what if the FBI shows up on our doorstep? You know,
Oops,
what are you doing?
sorry. I'm texting. No, I'm actually jotting down a note in my phone, so I'll have it.
Oh, okay, okay. So, um, what if the FBI shows up on our doorstep and is like, you know, so explain this to us again?
Yeah, but what's there to explain? I mean, we make jokes and everything else like everybody else.
We do, but I mean, everything that we said, was like concerning. You know what I'm saying? So like, my question is, who were these guys, and why us? And how they know where we were?
So they had been following us. So, oh crap! I just thought of something else. There's either our phone is got possibly can I don't know. Can you put like a listening device in a? I'm sure you can,
Oh, you can.
or a tracking device, or I didn't even check to see if my location is on.
My location on
I didn't check my location.
because I travel so much back and forth, uh,
Where's my location
between
at?
states, and if something happens, Wendy would like to know where I'm at,
Well,
to make sure
now
that
Big Brother's going to know where you're at.
it's true.
My location is on. I'm cutting it off. I mean, it's not going to matter now because they already know where I'm at.
So I wonder if,
I just cut it off.
well, for a fact that they rummage through our stuff. I'm sure, to get addresses and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know.
I mean, what do we're
So Stormy's asking, have we been put on a government watch list? I I don't know. I wouldn't see why, except for the stuff that I say, because I've said some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've said some harsh things about this retarded president that's you know in the Oval Office right now. I've said some stuff, so I don't know. I don't care, but I also don't want to unalive myself either. Just so everybody knows that if it's ever a suicide, I promise you it ain't anything I did, regardless of a past. Um,
Stormy said she's been on there since 2020. What happened there,
yeah,
Stormy?
yeah, yeah, we need the backstory on
We
that,
need to
Stormy.
see if it has anything to do with anything we've done.
So
So,
we just need to.
needless to say, I don't know about you, Donnie, but I haven't been sleeping very well since all this went down.
No, and I already don't sleep well to begin with, and of course, I got up like extra early Sunday, and just as tired as I could be, just wore out, and so I don't know,
I mean,
you know.
I don't know what else to say other than that's what is basically going on. I mean, the first thing I think of when especially when you have to when you ingest something or take something, evidently some kind of a tracking or something of some sort. Um, and that whole thing with which we neither one of us has, that thing that Musk is putting out, the
Oh, Neuralink.
Neuralink thing.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. You know, I just, you know, yeah, I am too, Stormy. Um, I love Trump, and I can't stand the stinky Democrats. You know, so maybe it is, and maybe that's what's going on. I have no idea, but I can assure you that I'm not gonna. I'll never not say that the election was stolen.
You
I
know
believe it
what?
was, and
One thing I wish that we could tell is the actual people that are listening. Unless somebody makes a comment, we can't tell who they are.
I mean, you're right about that.
And we only and uh, I
I
don't
mean,
know. I mean, I don't know, but I will tell you this. I mean, well,
well, no, pops, nothing was stretched out that I'm aware of. So I think we were, I
we
don't think we were probed per se. So
and we
thankfully,
can't. Well, I got right here next to the screen that I'm looking at. I've got my gun cabinet.
yeah, but is it locked?
Oh, it's absolutely it's locked, but when I go to bed tonight, it won't be. I won't have. I'll have something next to me. I can assure
Oh
you
yeah,
that.
me too, me too. You know, and I tell you, I had a bad dream. That I had to that my gun wasn't next to me. It was put up, but I had my machete, like saber looking thing that I showed you, and I had it, and I went to town on somebody. So that's a very odd dream. This was like, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday. You know, so
I don't know, dude.
I don't know, man.
I can't. I keep
It's
spacing out.
so do I. It's like it's something that you know people are
And
gonna.
there's something about the way things were going yesterday, um, that even you said that I was acting a little different yesterday.
Yep, yep. So, and I know that Wendy's been a little off, with her thoughts and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm sure she's nervous and everything. So I don't know. I'm I'm not as I'm not as worried for me as I am for my family. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I mean, I can assure you I'll be more prepared if it happens again. You know,
I
it'll
wonder if we
it'll,
need to go.
it'll go a whole. huh?
I was thinking, wonder if
It'll
we need
it'll
to go
go
to
a
burner
whole
phones,
different.
but we can't go to burner phones either.
Uh, it'll go a whole different way. Well, maybe we should go on a burner phone between me and you. I mean, it would take forever to get to get a hold of that. You know,
Mm,
so I don't know. We're not trying to scare people, but that's the kind of stuff that's out there right now. Listen, it's not just the illegals coming over the border. It's not just a brain dead president in the Oval Office. It's not just a former uh, Muslim president with a transvestite uh, husband. It's not just a.
what?
What do you mean? What?
Trans. Uh, what did you just say?
What do you mean?
The
Like,
transvestite part. I'm not sure what I heard. You were rambling,
okay,
and
we
I
know
wasn't.
Obama is married to a man.
What do you mean?
Mike
To
Obama. Michelle is Mike.
uh,
Yeah, two kids. Never. There's not one picture of her pregnant. Not one. And she got a bigger back than Mr. Olympia.
I'll tell you what,
So
my phone, me, as soon as this podcast is over, my phone will pretty much be shut down until tomorrow
oh
until
yeah,
I have to use it.
yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing I can do to make sure. Um, is to shut it
See, Stormy
down.
agrees. Stormy knows that
Big
it's
brother's
Mike
looking at.
Obama, not Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
So
Anyway, so that's. Sorry about that. Did you hear that? You did
uh,
hear that, right?
I didn't hear anything. What was
You didn't hear anything going off like a ding?
it? No,
Donnie, stop it.
I'm being serious. Hey, did you hear anything?
You had to have heard that.
I promise you, I didn't hear it.
It was like a bell ringing. You didn't just hear that just now.
I promise you, I on a Bible, I didn't hear anything.
Okay. I think we're going to end up need to cutting this thing short. Anyway, we just going to put it out there. We wanted to let everybody know we didn't. We know that more than likely, if probably maybe a conspiracy theorist person would believe, but I have a feeling that um we're going to. That's why I don't want that many people knowing because they're going to be thinking we're crazy. And then
Yeah,
next
but
thing
no,
we know, we'll be ended
yeah,
up in some psych ward, and then we'll be questioned for 4 or 5 to 6 hours, and I don't want to go through all that horse crap. So yeah,
you don't want many people to know, but we posted on Facebook and on. I'm just saying. I mean, you want people to know, and yet we're publishing it. So,
yeah, but we're doing that for a
um,
reason. You said that. That's the whole reason why we're doing this because you said that we need to have something recorded just in case something happened.
yeah.
This was your
So
idea.
I understand, but I'm just saying. Mom, me and Stormy go way back like Cadillac seats. Um, back to my first years at Napa on Normandy. She was a big part of my Napa life back then. She's a great lady. Um, but yeah, it's nerve wracking, and a lot of people, a lot of our family's gonna be like, bull crap. What you would have told us, you'd done this, you'd done that, but and I hate that it comes out like this, and but it had to, because we couldn't, we just couldn't
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
tell them, you know. And I thought I was at my mom's the other day. I took a break, for lunch and went over there and uh, I grabbed some mail and stuff, and I, I I almost broke down and said something to her. But I was like, yeah, I can't do it. So
Maybe we were warned. There's something I didn't tell you. Honest to God,
what's that?
I'm dead serious. I'm not lying. Last week, out of the blue, I was coming off Blunt Island, off the port. I was actually fixing to go through the port gate, and this woman called me randomly. It was not the customer. Didn't want anything to do with the customer, and she was just like talking. And so I hung up. This woman, and I can show you tomorrow. This woman has called my phone. Well, I don't want to put the number out, but this woman has called my phone like 4 times.
Hmm,
And then Saturday happened. And now the things that are happened since yesterday.
hmm. Well,
Anyway, I'm ready to get off.
yeah. So to our family and friends, we I don't know that we want to have much conversation about it. You know,
We will keep you
the
updated. If something else does come up, I don't know how we're going to do that. We'll figure out a way.
yeah, we'll figure out something, and you know, uh, all the important people in our lives, they all have our numbers and our wives' numbers and that kind of stuff. So, um, if we'll just go from there. So, with that
I
being
don't have,
said, my name's
I'm
Donnie.
ready. I'm off. See you.